Good afternoon, friends. Today I am going to presentation on the snakes and misconception about the snakes. Myself, Dr. Devkati Rajendra Kumar Sukhdev, Director of Physical Education and Sports, Mahatma Phule Nutan Mahavidyalaya, Mirajgaon, Taluk Karjat, Jilla Ahmednagar, roll number 07. It is submitted to the HRDC Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Aurangabad. So let's we start with the introduction. Friends, we know there are more than 3,000 species of snakes in worldwide. More than 2,005 species of snakes around found in India. Satisfyingly for us, very few snakes in the area in India are venomous. Friends, we know this. The temperature is favorable for survival of snakes is 8 to 45 degrees Celsius. Friends, we also know that the snakes are very short-tempered and they take food only when they necessary. As there are no sweat glands, the body waste products are shown out in the form of sweats. The initial shedding rate is higher. When casted, the snakes look bright and stylish. Friends, there are three classification of the snakes. We know three types of snakes in the world. There are non-venomous, semi-venomous, and venomous means poisonous. There are phytus or rat snakes. In Marathi, we can say dhaman is in a category of non-venomous. Semi-venomous snakes are grasshopper. We can say as manjra, flying golden snakes. And venomous snakes, we know the king cobra, Russell's, Indian carrot, and Indian green pit viper. There are four types of the snakes according to the habitat. Snakes living in the burrows, or we can say in the wind. There are some snakes like this, mandol, dorcat, horus, nag. These snakes are coming in the burrows, or we can say in wind. In a water snake, there are derived samudra sarpa, irola. These snakes are come in the category of the water snakes. And tree snakes, there are Arnold, Chopra, Tusker. These snakes comes in the tree snakes. And on the ground, we know there are the anaconda, rat snakes, and these types of the snakes come around the on the ground. Friends, according to reproduction of the types of snake, there are two types of the snakes by birth and lay eggs. Russell, Indian carrot, and Indian green pit viper are the category of the by birth. And the cobras, rat snakes, etc. snakes are the reproduction of the lay eggs. Friends, we know the snakes are the human friends. Following point should be shown as how they are the friends of human beings. It means snakes are not only friends of the humans, but true friends of nature. The main food of the snakes, we know that means main food of the snakes is mice or rat. Being an important element of the food chain, they are indirectly play an important role in the environmental balance. Snake venom is a very useful substance. Along with the poisonous medicine, they contain many elements that are useful for humans. Also, this treatment is used for the bleeding from the udders of the women, the pupils of human eyes. The next pain reliever made from the snake's venom is always consumed as a remedy for the asthma attack, heat stroke, monkey bone pain. And then next one is that it is a recon on the steep-shaped bait, another important use of to the make anti-venom vaccines from the venoms of snakes. Friends, there are some misunderstanding about the snakes. Following points are showing that friends, today in the world, the real world, it is found that more than scientific information about the snakes things based on the imaginary and hearsay information received from the people are more popular than other topics. This reality applies the snake's bite, snake's nature, their viciousness, and snake's bite remedies. So in Indian countries like India, people build the snakes of temples and worship them. But due to the fear of life and ignorance, even the dead snakes and trust to death. This contradiction is due to the lack of the scientific information. And next one is that this is the origin of many superstitions. These superstitions are sometimes associated with the religion, as ancient wisdom, or hearsay. Bua Garudi. Garudi means, do you know the snakes keeper? Garudi spreads many such as fearful things in the society to fill his belly. Next one misconception about the snakes is that all snakes are venomous and therefore many snakes bite kills person. It is not fact, friends. Fact is that very few snakes are venomous and with the proper training, it is easy to identify them. Also, only poisonous snake bite can be harmful, but this remedy can be avoided with the remedy treatment. Next one is that snakes drink milk because it is their favorite food. Friends, it is not fact. It is a fact that snakes are reptiles and are carnivorous. Milk is not their food, so it harms their digestive system when very disturbing. All these captured curs are kept by Gaudi, means snake keeper, with the food and water for several months. In such a state, the thirsty snakes drink milk, mistaking it for water. We added to their suffering because of right houseness. Next misconception about snakes is that the snakes drinks milk from the udders of the cows and buffaloes. But it is not also fact. As we know, milk is not a food of the snakes. Also, the snakes' teeth are very sharp. No one can bear their bite. So the above misconception is really meaningfulness. Next one is that snakes love music and sway to the rhythm of the pungi. But it is not fact. Snake do not have external ears, so they are not aware of the airborne sound, but they can feel the vibration reaching the body through the ground. Swaying in the front of the Garudi, snake keeper sting a part of the snake's attempt to attract the sting. It is the defensive posture of the self-defensive. Many times of the snakes tries to bite the pungi, which is deliberately ignored by us. Next one is that the cobra mates with the rats. Rat snakes. But it is not fact. Fact is that male and female are found in every types of snake. This applies to both cobras and rat snakes. So it is completely untrue that cobras and rat snakes mate with a snake. But yes, in Marathi, the word cobra is used in masculine sense and the word rat snakes is a feminine sense. So this misunderstanding may have spread. Next one is that the snakes protects the wealth. But it is not fact. Fact is that snakes prefer to hide, to protect themselves from their enemies. Old deserts mansions building are suitable place for this. Also, earthen pots or wooden boxes placed under the ground. The basement provide a cool, humid environment for the snakes. Therefore, if we go to such a place, the snakes seem to be already present and unwanted misunderstanding spread. As a matter of fact, no other animal is interested things that the unnecessary for survival like gold, money, and jewelry like a man. Next misunderstanding or misconception about snakes is that snakes take systematic revenge or revenge on an individual or group of people who have offended them. Similarly, snakes hunt or chase. Fact is that snakes' brains are very developed, is not very developed. Their brains waves less than 1% of the entire body. The brain only manages body process. Intelligence, memory, and visions are very strong. In such a situation, it is impossible for snakes to remember people, find their address, and make a plan to move. In a many snakes, the relationship between male and female is limited to mating. Sometimes a hungry mate eats others after copulation. Therefore, love and devotion is impossible for snakes in the present age. Friends, there is misconception about the snake's bite and its remedies. First one is that worshipping snake or fasting in their names protects a person from snake's bite or snake's venom. Second one is that in a case of snake bite, by covering the temples or religious place, the harmful effects of the venom can be avoided. The next one is that mongoose is not affected by the snake's venom, or if bitten by the snakes, it defends itself by eating the root of the certain trees. Next one is that nagmani, or like after the venomous snake bite, has harmful effect. Sixth one is that if a hot iron is applied to the place of the snake's bite, the snake's venom does not hurt. And next one is that mantra therapy can remove the snake's venom, but it is absolutely uh, false. Precautionary measures to be taken over the snake's bite. There are some precautionary measures will be taken as follows. First one is that do not pile much stones, bricks, woods, firewoods, cows doing near around the house. Avoid storing all the above in the house if possible, because these things provide a good place for the snake's hide. Even while living in shallow water, mercy place in the brush, one should carefully inspect the place and land. The next one is that care should be taken that leave of branches on outside trees or fences. Do not directly touch windows or roofs. The next one is that the same care should be taken with the bellies or in the pots at home. This can prevent trees, snakes from coming into the house to some extent. Next one is that the snakes that comes to your house are probably tracking rats, mice, or other pests. So keeping the house, especially the kitchen, clean and properly disposing of the waste food can reduce the entry of the snakes into the house. Next one is that if you think that the curse is dead on the road or in the place, don't be a hurry to touch it and pick it up with your hand. Make sure it dead with the long stick and handle it in a proper and safe manner. Hence, what to do if you encounter a snake? There are some things as follows. First one is that the experience and insight knowledge of the Serpa Mitra really helps in the handling the situation of these types of situation. The next one is that the keep a safe distance from the snakes. If possible, try to identify the snakes from the distance. Next one is that the long sticks should be used to chase away the snakes. And last one is that if possible, to do not attempt to kill the snakes, and an inexperienced person should not attempt to catch or kill a snake at all. Wait until proper help. Friends, in case of snake bite, what to do? The point one is a person bitten by the snakes is weighted down by fear. So first, all give him or her patience and ensure his her safety. Next one is that the patient should be asked to lie still without any physical mental exertion. Therefore, proper arrangement should be made. Next one is that in the above condition, the snake's bitten limb should be immobilized and supporting it above the level of the heart. Next one is that the bitten area wound should be clean and gently disinfected. Next one is that if only if bitten by the snakes, bandage should be tied by knowledgeable person and loosened and retied after a short period of time. Don't tie bandage in case of the snake bite of the bonus, king cobra, furse. Next one is that avoid cutting the wound with a blade, sharp object if possible. More bleeding can be life treating to take the hospital for the treatment as soon as possible. Don't take the patient to near to mantrik, hakim, vaidya. Anti-snakes venom is the surest remedy for the snake bite. This medicine is available in all the government hospitals. There is absolutely no need to catch or kill a bitten snake and take it to the hospital to the treat and snake bite. Therefore, this is a pit should be avoided. And last and important things, and on the reaching in the hospital, the concerned doctor should be given complete information about the patient's other disease and allergies to medicine. Thank you, friends.